This is the biogas lab which we've been running, and essentially what we have here, starting here, is the biogas digester. There's 3 digesters on site. This one wasn't being used, so they allowed us to use it. And underneath here is a 10 cubic meter dome. That is the infeed over there, and every day they put 40 kilos of pig manure and 60 kilos of water. Then goes into the digester for anaerobic digestion. This is the outlet valve, outlet cock for the gas, and over here is where the sludge, the green manure, comes out. I'm told this is not a smart thing to stand on. Okay, so that's the biogas. What we've been doing is filling this balloon, which is a 5 meter cube balloon full of biogas. It's a little deflated at the moment as we ran the machine over the weekend. What we are doing at this point in time is we are scrubbing the gas through this water tower here, which is a dilute of water and sodium hydroxide, caustic soda. So we're actually not connected to the digester at the moment. The scrubbing is done. We go from balloon to pump, and the wonderful electricity here, which has a head of around 163 millibars. It runs off a 240 volt supply, which is coming from the pigsty. We need this because the gas is being pumped down a pipe on the inside of this tube, across the bottom, where there's a small pipe with a lot of small holes in it. The idea is to keep the bubbles as small as possible, so the scrubbing is more efficient. The gas then comes out the top through the meter, where we're measuring how much gas is flowing through the system. The last digit there is litres, and as you can see, we're doing a litre about every 5 seconds or so. It's then being returned to the balloon. So we calculated after a period of about 10 hours, this will be all scrubbed. It will be pure methane. What I'm going to do now is we're going to rearrange this, because we are going to run this small diesel engine. It's a 4.85 kilowatt Chinese made single cylinder diesel engine, and we've had this running on biogas. So we're going to break this cycle and draw directly from the balloon, which we'll put directly into the air inlet. What we've discovered, the maximum you do need diesel to run with the biogas. The best ratio you can get is 80% biogas to 20% diesel. Biogas will not self-ignite, so you need the diesel for the ignition. Also, you need the diesel to lubricate the injectors. So the machine itself, or the engine itself, will draw as much diesel or biogas as it requires. It doesn't need to be pumped in. What we have found, with the higher loads and the higher speeds, the ratio goes down. So the lower speeds, lower loads, you're getting up to 80-20. What we're going to do here is we're going to run it with a load, and we're going to measure with this device, which is called a Prony brake, which was developed by a French engineer called Gaspard de Prony, and is the forerunner of a dynamometer. Initially developed to measure the power output from steam engines. The issue we do have with this is that the early steam engines run extremely slow. We're talking about 500 RPM, whereas this maximizes out about 2,900 RPM. So the brake drum here gets very, very hot. The idea is we nip this up on the brake drum, we measure the speed, and we measure the force being exerted.
Can I suggest you turn that round?
Okay. Okay, we'll edit this. Shall we do this again?
That's better.
I'll do that again.
Sorry.
That's okay. What we have here is we have a wooden drum or wooden brake which locks onto a central hub to exert a resistance torque on the flywheel. We measure the speed of the flywheel and we measure the force being exerted from this point. As you all know, power is T omega, torque times rotational speed. So we have your R, your radius, you have your force, so that's your torque, and then you measure the speed, which has to be converted to radians a second. You multiply them two together and that will give us the output of the engine. It sounds simple, but I can assure you when you try and do it on a pig farm in Laos, it's not that easy. Okay.
Miss me.
That was interesting.